Well, folks, live from the watchtowers. Just this past week we had our election. Obama won. President Obama won. And I'm glad about that. Now, he didn't do everything I wanted him to do before, but he did, in my opinion, he did a lot more than other presidents, because he did get a health care bill passed, affordable health care. At least that was done. And it's kind of sad that people who need that health care provision are going against it. But some people are just like kamikazes. They'll fight against something that might be for them because the person who came up with it is the wrong color. I guess that's life. But you know, the thing that got me was that so many people from the other side were so upset that President Obama won this time. I don't know what he did to make people dislike him so much outside of race. And people keep telling me, well, people from the other side, that is not race. But yet, some PYT that worked at an ice cream shop twittered that the N-word won and he should be assassinated. Then when she got fired and called to the carpet, she said it was an opinion. She's not racist. So you can't have a racist opinion. And I have a friend, a work associate, that's a Republican. He's African American. And he's real anti-Obama. Now keep in mind, this is somebody who said that Canada was a socialist country. And because they had socialized health care, that makes them a socialist country. That says a lot about what he thinks anyway, right? Anyway, he's one of those that will spout off all this Republican stuff. If you're taxed the rich, there won't be any jobs. I mean, do you really believe that? And let's face it, what people are calling socialism is just a cold term for, I don't want to share my money with minorities. That's all it is. That's all it will ever be. So let's start admitting it's basically, in this sense, it's a racist term. You don't want to share dollars with minorities. I mean, there was a time when people said it was socialist to even have Social Security back in the 30s. So, I mean, what's the big deal on affordable health care? Like I said, I can't get over all this nonsense about, oh no, it's not racist. We're really against his policies. And I'm like, what's wrong with his policies? Well, let's face it. It's a racial thing. You may not want to admit it, but that's all it ever was, and that's all it ever will be. Every time I hear somebody spout off against him in the news, race comes up somewhere. When they did all of those Tea Party things a few years ago, when you went, I mean, there was always somebody saying something racial. It's always been racial. It will always be racial in that sense. Maybe a while before we ever have another African American president, but let's be frank about it. It was racial. And about that Herman Cain, did you really think the Republican Party was going to nominate you? They're already upset about Obama being in there. Did you really think because you were a millionaire that they really were going to have you represent the Republican Party? I mean, come on, think. they were going to find some way to get you out of there. And I heard you did pretty good in the early part of your primaries, but they were determined to get you out. And you knew it was going to happen. How in the hell did you think they would accept you? Now that was a laugh in itself. And if you did what they say you did with the women and all the harassments and stuff, I know people do lie. And being you're a black guy, they gonna lie on you, but if you did what they say you did, you were really doggone stupid if you didn't think it was gonna come up. Schwarzenegger can get away with that stuff. You can't. Think about it. Look in the mirror, think about it.